what on earth is going on here?
This is the energy I like. Hell yeah.
This is when we've been live for the last half hour.
No, we haven't.
Yeah,
been live
it's
at
like, well,
all.
fuck me, I guess.
No, I was.
You're welcome, audience.
You're glad to know we were having some audio issues right at the beginning there because for some reason when Streamlabs updated, it didn't update the fact that my audio track comes through a specific line, not just a random one out of the however many are on my desktop. Oh well. So they didn't hear any of that little exchange right at the end there, even though I gave you 10 seconds warning and you spoke for about 20. But that's okay, because the audience don't have to worry about that. So hello everyone, welcome to Crabby D&D. I'm here with my players, Ellie.
Hi.
Kirv.
Hey.
Mortar.
Hello.
And Vinny.
Hello.
We unfortunately lack a Romulus. He is celebrating one of his many siblings' birthdays.
No Grumbus.
He hates his siblings.
Yeah. But no, in all seriousness, Harlan is currently celebrating his sibling's birthday. They were going to be having a lunch, and then they changed it to dinner, so it was more convenient for them. Unfortunate for us, but hope he's having a good time.
Hell yeah.
With that in mind, let us remind ourselves of where we left off last session, because if I remember correctly, it was a bit of an interesting place for it to be left off. So, I guess I should wish everyone well. But thankfully the situation that had occurred last session has now been resolved smoothly. But a quick reminder is in order nonetheless. Last session, our party of adventurers, including Beau, Ellie, Carvern, Kirv, Mortar, Romulus, and Vinny, they'd left Carol's house, escorting her to the Sunnyside Tea House, a place where she could lay low and hide from the would-be assassins while they dealt with the issue that was at hand. Along the way, however, some traps had been laid in place for them, along with a little bit of an ambush point. Unfortunately, following the main road, and the most obvious route there, they were caught, the group unawares of the situation that lay before them. With a little bit of back and forth, and dealing with all of the little dregs and grunts of this particular ambush, a powerful shot came from an unseen sniper towards the party, leaving a lingering energy within the air around as Vinny received a sending. Don't interfere or follow us, or more of your friends will die. You may revive your mother. We won't kill her again unless you interfere. As the sending holds outside on the street, from the edge of where Carol had been shot, the bullet congeals into that of a silver slime as it begins to form around, and long tendrils of silver begin to otherwise writhe up from the mass, ready to whip and strike at those nearby. Now, we are still in combat. At this particular time, we move on to the Red Assassin. As this takes place, they look at you having laid into their caster friend in this moment, and the one that's there looks at you, looks out the window, and they bolt, leaving their friend in that moment, who takes the disengage action and also makes a move to run away in this moment. Their job seemingly done. Ellie, as you're out on the main thoroughfare, people have moved away. There were people behind you and in front of you as you were moving. A lot of them, after hearing the gunfire, kind of ducked, went into nearby alleyways, ran away, and just scattered in all directions as this all took place. You see Carol lying there on the floor, kind of a pool of silver and blood beginning to mix and reflect off the stonework. And all of you aware of the situation as a whole, with maybe the exception of Vinny, who knows it from a different context. as you're out in the main thoroughfare, I would like you to roll for the 3 things that we forgot to roll for last time. 1 for your contingency and 1 for each of your elementals. What is your modifier versus what is theirs?
Okay, so basically it'll be Lotus, Cinder, me. It'll be a +9, +8, +15.
Okay, cool. All success.
Well, I get to keep them. That's something
Yep.
we've got.
All across
All
the
right.
board. All of them remain in this moment. May I remind you that Treladex is still suppressed for the time being, because we did roll for Treladex last time, I believe.
No, we didn't, because we rolled
was that another
Terrador
one?
and Thingy. Yeah, Treladex we worked because it's a soul. So he was holding his action to come out as a bonus action this round.
Oh no, that's right. He was holding that from the time before. Yep, no, that's right.
Mhm.
So, as it reaches your turn, knowing what magic you have left in this moment, looking at the situation before you, a bellow from Carvern in this moment, as to what has gone down, before a shattering roar comes from a draconic figure, as Treladex, as previously mentioned, will emerge. And I guess in this moment what I'll probably do is I'll say you've been pushed back and Treladex is going to begin to try and take on the silver slime.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, in that case, we haven't been told to back off, have we?
No. Vinny, I'll say that as a reaction you can let the party know. I will let you decide whether you want to do that immediately or whether you want to let them potentially perform actions first.
Okay. Oh, can I reply to the sending as well, by the way?
I will say you can reply to the sending, but cut down the number of words for the sole purpose that if you're going to be letting your party know as a reaction what's going on, it needs to be said in a hurry. So shave a few words off, try to make it as short as you generally can, or if you know roughly what you want to say, then say it now.
Okay, I'll say to the sending. If they give you another job involving us, I recommend you refuse.
Yeah.
Obviously there is
And-
no response, because it was your
Mhm.
response to their sending.
They're crying.
Who needs a G?
And then, yeah, I will call out to the rest of the party. Vinny going through a lot at this moment, trying to hold together for a little longer. Change of plans. They're leaving.
Okay. As Vinny shouts this out out of the window, you are all
What about the
left-
shooter?
You're all kind of left in this moment. Questions to be had, perhaps. But I'll say that that's all that can be said for this round of combat. At the top of the round, there'll be more of a conversation that can be had. But I will say, Ellie, what would you like to do? Notably, the slime doesn't seem to be backing down, given the nature of its creation and intelligence.
Yeah, How many rounds have I got to save Vinny's mum? I'm trying to do a math
10.
thing here. I can't remember. 10. I've got 10 rounds. Okay.
And technically, you'll have 1,000 if Kirv gets to Carol and casts Gentle Repose.
That's true. I'm concerned about what the slime is going to do potentially to the body. It starts
that's
to
a good
dissolve and
point.
what have you.
Guess it's time to do what you guys do best. Burst it down before it gets a turn. Speaking of which, I actually need to add it to the initiative order.
Okay, I am going to.
Okay, where did it come in
This
the
is
initiative
gonna be-
order?
This is going to be messy, isn't it? Okay.
Okay. Slightly unfortunate in regards to this. It's there, so it will get a turn this round of combat.
Okay, I am going to. My strength sucks ass, but I am going to try and move around here. Shit. How much health have I got? Hang on a second. I need to know my health. If I get hit, there's a chance to transform.
I believe you were 12 above.
I've got 59 and I have 86 health.
So
Total.
43. So yeah, 12, 14 above. No,
14.
16 above. You said 59, right?
Oh gosh. 59 now. Yeah.
Yeah, so you're 16 above bloodied. You haven't seen this thing make any attacks at all, as it has just appeared. So yeah.
Doing initiative is probably going to have reactions. Kirv's burnt her reaction, am I correct?
Yeah, but she'll get it back when it gets to her turn next.
It was more if I got attacked, is there a chance of an intercept? But
No.
no. Okay. Okay. Realistically, is there a way I can get to Carol without taking an attack of opportunity?
I could potentially help you with that. You're within 30 feet of me, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can.
Do you
It will
have
use
the
your bonus
reaction,
action, though.
Because I believe you.
Bonus.
I do, because I tried to use my reaction to do any of my stuff, but he was too far out of range for me to try and do anything.
Okay.
I used my reaction at the beginning of before initiative, but I hadn't used it after my
your
turn.
Yeah.
Okay, so are you okay with using a bonus action, Ellie?
My bonus action has been used by Treladex.
Yes.
Oh, in which case then, yeah, you won't be able to use this then, unfortunately. Sorry, mate.
Okay. Do I take the chance? I don't want to. No, I'm not going to chance it. I do need to.
It might miss.
Kirv gets to go before me. Okay. Well, yeah, but if it does and I go below half,
Also,
I know
just
it's a very
realised
low
I never actually
chance.
calculated its to hit. Hold on, that's a problem. I wrote down everything
Um,
else on its
alright.
stat block.
Treladex will go here.
Nice.
I don't know if he can angle things, but he has his breath weapon, so with a bit of luck, he can go down and down the road a little bit.
That should be fine.
And Carol's there. I can't do.
Harmony.
Actually, after, if it works the same as the elementals. Okay, I use my action and I'm going to bring out Lotus.
I'm getting sloppy. I just missed the to hit roll on one of the other stat blocks as well.
Lotus. Boom.
We'll forgive you, Chris.
What is going on with my stat blocks? What am I doing? Where's the last stat block that actually has an attack roll? There we go. That's where it goes. Okay. It's really bizarre. Okay. So sorry. What were you doing again?
So, action, I've summoned Lotus.
Okay.
And if possible, I'm going to get Lotus to pull Carol back. because she'll get her go after me still if it works the same way as a summon elemental, and
She
Trojax will attack.
will,
And that is my
but-
turn.
But to give her direct standing order, because she doesn't have standing orders to protect Carol.
No, but she has support the team. I don't know if that would count. I'm really stretching the rules here.
When we get to it, we'll roll an intelligence check for Lotus. Are you moving any further,
Right.
by the way?
No, I'm going to stay because I don't want to risk the attack of opportunity.
Okay. Roll me an intelligence check for Lotus. Oh, so the DC for this is DC 10, given the nature of what you're trying to achieve here.
Okay, I know I'm really trying to stretch the rules, but I'm like...
That's alright. I also know
That's-
that Lotus's intelligence probably isn't that
The
great.
intelligence is -2.
Yeah, you're fine. You've got a chance.
Come on, you've got this. 12 and up. Oh, an 11.
So, Lotus in this moment, with supporting the team, what would Lotus do in this moment? So what would Lotus do in this moment? I think
In this...
with the nature of things, I'd say, because Lotus is good at making people mobile, correct?
Lotus has a squiddy gun, she has a tail attack, and slip and slide. So to increase the movement as a reaction, lightning rods to removing, and a squid gun. So she'd either attach something or hit something. That's the two things. So if she sees it as something that's proven to be a problem, she'd hit it at this point because she's not really practiced with attaching yet.
I think in this moment she'd probably just do Squiddy to try and attach squids to people, just to help them out.
Then as it stands, then she has 3 squids.
2 squids.
2 squids. Yeah, maximum half. Yeah, okay. So she'd attach one to Kirv, probably one to Beau.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which means if they've got enough for bonus action, then you can use Squid Gun.
Yeah. So as a note, while the squid is attached to you, it can be used for one of 3 things. It can be used for slip and slide, which allows you to move up to your movement speed as a reaction. Lightning rod, which means you'll take no lightning damage from a single source as a reaction. Or squid gun, which means you can then make a squid gun attack as a bonus action. Squid gun does 2d6 cold damage, by the way. So
Oh,
if you
can choose.
attach a squid to an
Oh, that's
ally,
sweet,
allow
okay.
them to take one of the following actions, then it detaches.
Oh, sweet. Excellent.
Yeah.
I thought I had to choose. Perfect.
No. Lotus's
Have a
action.
squid.
No, Lotus's action is just distributing the squids, and then what the squid does is up to them, whether they want it to be utility, defensive, or offensive.
Well, that will end my turn. So, Kirv and Beau both got squids, and Trilodex is going to breath weapon this slime up.
Alright, what save
Angled
am I
down
making?
at point
Where's
blank.
Trilodex's stat block? Somewhere in here.
Trilodex's stat blocks at the bottom, right at the bottom. You are making a dex save 19. Can I imagine that thing being dexterous?
Is this a natural 20? No, it's not. It's a 16. Minus dex. So that's a fail.
Okay, cool. So I do 5d6 damage, and it'd be psychic because he's currently psychic thing. So we've got shared resistance, and then he'll make 2 rend attacks.
Okay, go for it.
So I will. Oh god, 5d6. These things. No. That is a grand total of
13.
It doesn't tell me anymore. So 13 psychic damage, and then be 2 rend attacks. The lowest is 7 plus 11, so it'd be 18. The lowest.
Yep, both hit.
Okay, that is 2d6 plus 18. So 9 plus 18 is 27.
27. What type of damage?
Piercing.
7 points of piercing damage. Okay. So it's taken 40 damage so far.
Sweet.
Looking a little
And
worse for wear.
yeah, that'll be my turn.
I do have to know, however, as hit 3 times. Okay. With that, Kirv, it is your go. You have been handed a squid by Lotus. Carol is currently down on the ground in the main thoroughfare. The silver slime behind doesn't look particularly... Well, it looks like it's not particularly healthy. It's not doing too well at the moment. However, you do note that as each of Treladex's hits damage it, you note that bits of it begin to almost harden in a weird manner. Almost like small bubbles are forming on the interior of it and hardening to this almost strange matter.
What type of damage was used there?
Psychic and piercing.
Piercing. I made sure it wasn't slashing, because I ain't chancing that with a slime.
Oh god, my brain didn't even go there. Ah shit. Okay.
Yeah, same. I was literally like, what? What are you talking about?
Shall I just rush over to give Carol gentle repose?
I can bring her back.
Because most of my stuff is slashing.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna say no. I can bring her back, but I just need to get her safe. Because I don't know if the slime will consume the body if it gets a chance.
Okay, what if I sorry, tell me how this will work with actions and bonus actions of me picking up Carol and trying to take her perhaps to safety away from the slime.
Okay. It will be an action to pick Carol up because she is a larger object, as it would stand mechanically.
Be polite.
Sorry, a moderately sized object.
At the moment, or as it stands, she's not going to be helping with the situation when it comes down to lifting Carol. So
Yeah,
it's going
of
to take
course.
your full action to lift her. So you're not going to be able to disengage. But you'll
That's
be able to use
alright,
your
I can
movement
take a
as you
hit.
need. It just might provoke an attack opportunity.
Do you have a bonus action available, Kirv?
I believe so.
Okay, I will use my reaction to grant Kirv burst of speed, so you can take the dash and disengage option using your bonus
Sure.
action.
Yeah, I'd love that. Thank
Oh,
you
yeah.
very much.
Okay, I'll mark it off. You're very welcome.
Okay. So you pick up Carol. You, in this moment, have a burst of speed. So you take in the dash and disengage option. So what is your movement speed?
30 feet.
30 feet? Okay. So where would you like to go?
So you can move
I mean-
60 now, right?
It would be...
Oh,
double
half
movement.
because
It's
she's
half
carrying.
because she's carrying Carol, so it'll be 30 feet. You can go wherever you might like.
Gotcha.
Tempted to say, like, around, like, this alley, perhaps? And I can stand, like, very close by in front of her, so nothing gets to her.
Okay. So...
Unless anyone has a better idea. Because I would take it to
No, that
Vinny, but
sounds
apparently
great.
Vinny seems to be still next to somebody, and I don't want to...
Oh, they have left. I just haven't moved their
Oh,
tiles.
okay.
What, even
What about the ones up here?
like these guys?
Yeah, those guys have moved out of the way.
Oh, they've already run. Okay.
Or they will when it gets around to their turn. It's more of they're taking total cover and preparing to bounce.
Then I would probably say... Sorry, go on.
I was gonna say, if you don't go that alley, then maybe this alley where we're all still clustered.
Yeah. So I was going to say, this alley might be a little bit difficult because you'd have to go through Treladex's tile.
Yeah, that's fair.
Which would be the issue.
But
Going up this way would be fine.
But I mean, the only thing is, if it would sway Curve's decision, that was the line of sight in which the sniper did shoot Carol. If that changes the way your character would move.
Well, Vinny said, did Vinny say that they were going to leave?
Yeah,
I
They're
can't
pulling
remember
back
the
and
exact wording.
He said that they're leaving.
They're pulling back, and so are we, I think, is what
Yeah.
he said.
I think Kirv is going to trust Vinny in that moment, and in sort of a very focused rage, will be taking Carol to hopefully
As you
very gently and heroically trying not to hurt Carol.
as you break
This
away
woman
in
gave
this
her
moment,
tea, for God's sake.
as you break away in this moment from the large silver slime, you step you with that burst of speed run into one of the nearby alleyways, hunker down, lowering her down, and taking up a defensive stance over top of her, so that in the event that anybody tries anything or gets too close, you'll be able to intervene. Okay. With that, it is now the aspect of Silver's go. So, aspect of Silver. The aspect of Silver can make 2 melee attacks against each creature within its weapon's range. So, it's going to be making 2 versus Beau, 2 versus Lotus, 2 versus Cavern, 2 versus Oro, 2 versus Ellie, and 2 versus Treladex. Okay.
That thing sucks.
It's got very low
High level
health.
play, y'all.
But yes, it does suck. So, I'll start with the one versus the player character who has stuff to track. So, we'll start with Treladex. That is 26 to hit Treladex, and then that is
It
a
hits.
13 to hit Treladex.
Second doesn't.
Treladex takes 17 points of bludgeoning damage, 5 points of fire, and 4
Ooh.
points of cold.
That's
Fucking hell,
brutal.
alright. What is that in total?
Brutal.
17, 5, and 4, so 26.
26. Oh,
Ooh.
okay. So
That's
he's
a nasty hit.
I rolled really high on those dice.
Yeah.
Mate, that's got me worried. It's got me worried. 'cause
Yeah,
I've got
genuinely.
an extra 13.
Ellie,
Oh,
that's
God.
Ellie, that's a 26 to hit you, and
Yeah, hits.
a 25 to hit you.
Yeah, it hits.
Ooh.
I can't even shield that. Like, my AC
It was
13.
nice knowing this. I think we're all dead.
16 points of bludgeoning damage, 6 points of fire damage, and 2 points of cold damage. So 24 total.
Ooh. Okay, so that is...
That's the first
so
hit.
That's 35. Oh, God! 35 health.
Yeah, this,
Okay,
you
I
at
need to make a
half?
wisdom
This thing is-
save.
this thing's built as a glass cannon. Yes.
Are you at
wisdom
half?
save.
I am below half.
Oh no.
You have the
no.
DC for the wisdom save you need.
Uh,
Keep in mind, Kirv is no
No,
longer
but-
within 10 feet of you. So what is your wisdom save?
Yeah, sorry guys.
that is 13.
13.
No, it was a
I'm
good
pretty
call.
sure that
That would be
fails,
that is a
right?
fail. So, go ahead and roll me a
Here we
D8.
go.
Hang on, do I have my Tides of Chaos? I don't have my Tides
If
of
anything, Curve made a really good choice getting her out of there because of the range of the that aura that the creature emanates. That was a really good call.
It's also a matter of the slime would have been able to make 2 attacks versus Carol. Granted that she's not able to take hit point damage, but it will mean that there might be, say, for example, injuries thereafter.
Yeah, upon being revived, having like a missing limb or something.
Missing limb might be a bit extensive, but depending on the rolls, there is that possibility.
I'm just trying to relate, you know.
Yeah. it's fine. You'll have a talking
I've got
point with one
6.
another. Glow or transform. D8 results. 1 is that, 2 and 3, 4 and 5, 6 and 7. Okay. You transform.
6 and 7, you said.
Yes.
Don't.
Into this fella.
Oh. Hello, sexy.
As in this moment, Ellie, as you're there,
Oh,
the
no.
strike hits you and burns across you in this moment, as long tendrils of this black inky mass, writhing mouths and eyes beginning to otherwise wrap and form over Ellie in this moment, as large jutting bits of chitin extend from her back. Bones crack in this moment as she gets up on two large, almost tree trunk-like legs, and with these two massive flails to either side. This, I have to go and find it. If I remember correctly, is the so Abomination of Desolation. Or was this
Not
one?
that one.
What was this one called?
No. Don't want it.
I specifically
want
do
it.
not want that one because that's
No,
a no
please.
fuck you aura.
It's like, no, please.
It's not the Abomination of Desolation, is it? What was
No,
it
no,
called?
it's not. It's not. I don't want to become a soul Roomba.
Oh, what it was called.
Oh,
That's a terrifying image.
that is. The terror is so slow, but it's so menacing.
The Desolation one, it literally just goes around and consumes souls as it goes around with its aura. So,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
got way too
That's part of the reason why I was like, it was really smart for Kirv to get. It was really good that Kirv got Carol out of there.
yeah, it's one of the reasons why I actively wanted to not be in proximity and to get her away. Because one, the slime, and two, I was one flirt away from becoming this.
Yeah. Yeah. Literally. Okay. So. Yeah. Okay. All right.
So you guys have that handled, right?
Oh yeah, naturally.
Oh, do I
Yeah,
have
you
it
got
in,
this. I'll just
I got
be in the
a
alley.
gun. Gun beats rock, paper, and scissors.
Last time you
It's
used a gun on
very
Ellie, this
evil
happened.
I mean, that is true. So this time, it's not my fault. So I can rest in peace knowing that the next time I shoot Ellie, it wasn't because of
here we
something
go.
I did.
This is the Fallowthorn Abomination.
Fallowthorn. That's fun to say.
If you remember, this is the one that you used to fight Mortar back in Glasson.
Oh
Yep.
yeah, it is.
Watson.
Yeah.
So,
Ready for round two.
let me send you the stat block, and I believe this is the updated version. So there we go. That's
Okay.
what you are when it gets back to your
Do
turn.
I have control?
You failed the wisdom save, so no.
Awesome.
Okay.
I
Pylon.
think it's the opposite.
Yeah.
Okay.
This thing's got like a. Looking at it, it's got like a real Demogorgon kind of vibe to it. Like just the aura it's giving off. It's really awesome.
The Fallowthorn then proceeds to take the damage from the second hit.
Oh, good.
Immediately
Hit
dies,
it.
and
So
all
it
of our
takes-
problems are solved.
13 points
Honestly.
of bludgeoning damage, 6 points of fire damage, and 2
Okay.
points of cold damage. So, notably, it takes half the bludgeoning because it's within its fallowed area.
Okay.
Oh no, because it hasn't had a chance to cast fallow, so never mind. It's so 13 plus 6 plus 2, so 21 points of damage.
Good, good.
I will mark that on the
It's-
creature tile as well.
It's not blooded, but I'd like it to be, please.
Sure. What do you want me to do with its 1 hit point that it has?
Absolutely nothing, because you've got to get through the temporary hit points it has.
Exactly.
Gosh darn.
That's how these things are designed. They're temporary hit points only, so
Yeah.
damage is permanent. Alright. Okay. With that, I then proceed to move on to other stuff. The hits versus Oro. Neither of them hit. Nice. This is versus Lotus, so that's an 11 to hit and a 22 to hit.
The 22 hits, the 11 does not.
So Lotus takes 10 points of bludgeoning damage, 4 points of fire damage, and 2 points of cold. So that is 16 total. Would any of that
16,
be halved? I assume the
okay.
cold would.
The cold is... Yes, the cold is halved.
So that would be 1 point of cold damage instead of 2. So 15 total.
15. That takes her to a nice and tidy 17 points. Thank you.
Hits versus Carvern. First one hits, second one misses. Carvern is raging, so Carvern takes half damage from this. I forgot that Carvern has things she could have done.
Oh my god, Chris.
Or like intercept bullet.
No. Oh, it's only if she hits someone. Okay, so never mind. That it wouldn't have mattered. I didn't forget anything. Good. So that's 16 points of bludgeoning, halved to 8, plus 1 point of fire damage and 6 points of cold damage, halved to 3. So Carver takes 4 plus 8, 12 points of damage. And next, the 2 attacks versus Beau. First one's a natural 20, second one is a natural 18.
Oh.
But if
That's
Beau
rough.
dies, I'm sorry, but at the same time, at least it means I don't have to worry about Beau anymore. Beau will be fine. Anyway,
I mean,
Beau will always
right?
be fine.
yeah,
Beau
Beau
will
will
be
always be fine. Beau will be fine.
Beau is in a perpetual state of fine, always.
Fire, cold, so 33 damage on the natural 20. 11 plus 3 fire, 14 plus 4 cold. 18 total. Okay.
Okay, Chris, I've just read the stat thing. Fawnback, right?
Oh,
That
yeah.
The creature hit me with a melee, didn't it?
Yes, it did. Good
Cool,
catch.
I get to do 3d4 piercing damage. Sorry, I was just trying to read the stat log. I didn't
Yep,
have it
no, that's
before.
fine. Go ahead and roll that. I will mark that down.
3d4s. 3d3.
That would be ooze. Then move one closer because why not?
3, 5, 9.
9 points of damage.
Mm-hmm.
It has now been hit 4 times.
Yeah, sure. No problem.
Okay. It is now Beau's go. Beau's going to take 2 shots in this thing because it hit him. He is, however, going to.
I'll be 2 seconds,
Get a
BRB.
bonus action second wind first. I think that's smart. Bonus action second wind. 6 plus. What level are you guys? 13?
Yeah.
So 19 points of healing. Oh, I've just realised I haven't been taking away the damage he's been taking. I've been adding it onto his health block. That's why his health's going up, not down. Okay. He was at
He's never
171
gonna get
health. And
bloodied.
he was at 171 health, and I was like, how did he get so much health so quickly? And I was like, oh, right.
It's growing.
I've been adding it on, not minusing it from his health. Okay.
God.
2 shots, because he's not in melee, but he doesn't have disadvantage anyway, so 2 shots. First one, natural 20. Second one would... surprising. So, this is 2d6 plus 7. 17 points of piercing damage, which is enough to kill this thing. Good job, Beau. Now, it has been hit 5 times. Okay then.
Why can't this just be simple?
When it reaches 0 hit points for each instance of damage that is taken, Every enemy within a 20-foot radius must make a dexterity saving throw. So, everyone needs to make a dexterity saving throw here, except for Kirv.
Everybody.
And Vinny, you will get the benefit of 3/4 cover, so you have a +5 to your dex save.
Dexterity saving throw.
I can only hope that you will be okay.
I don't like that.
It's not that it's going to be bad, it's just Vinny is notoriously going to have a high dex plus a +5. So hopefully, after last session's luck, it will be better.
Oh god. Oh no.
I like the sound of that, I also don't, but we'll get there when we get there.
That's very bad.
Carvern succeeds, so Carvern takes half or no damage? No damage. Okay, going around the table. Vinny, what did you get?
A 34 for Vinny.
That does
Holy
succeed.
shit.
That in fact doubles the DC.
I feel like he should. I feel like he should gain things for that. Like I feel like he should win things.
It was unfortunately a 19 rather than a natural 20. I thought this is a big
that's a shame.
wave of silver, right?
Yes. The
stuff this slime is made of.
Yeah, you watch as it begins as it takes this hit. You watch as it begins to shrink down, and you see as those kind of heavy bubbles on the interior of it fall. You watch as they touch the ground, and a unseen chemical reaction explodes outwards as this is a rupture of fire damage.
Okay.
I don't like it.
That's all right. So yeah, Vinny, you're fine. A person with a lottery ticket shows up and gives it to you, but unfortunately, because it wasn't an actual 20, you don't win the lottery. With that, Treladex.
He got 18.
18 succeeds. Treladex takes no damage.
Lotus got 11, and I got 6.
Okay, so you two failed, so I'll roll damage for you two in just a moment. Oro failed as well. Mortar, what did you get?
12.
12. That is a fail.
I have a +10.
Oof.
Wow. I know.
Beau might not have done much better. Oh, he also has a +10. So with a 7, that does it. So, Mortar, Lotus, Oro, and the Fallow-thorn. Oh, and I need to roll for Romulus as well, because he's within 20 feet. Romulus has advantage. Not with those numbers, he doesn't. Okay, Romulus fails as well. But he's raging, so he'll take... Oh, no, is he? No, he's not. Because he got big last time.
Wasn't he? Because he...
No,
he
used Giant's Might.
No, he used Giant's Might, not Rage.
Okay, well, I'm actually going to get to do damage to Romulus. Yes!
Nutty.
Nutty. This never happens. Oh shit, that's 2 good rolls right off the bat. Dice! Stop trying to murder my party. That's 54 points of fire damage.
54?
Yeah.
Yeah!
Holy shit, that's bad.
Well, Lotus is actually alive. What the fuck? Okay.
Oh my word.
Frick!
Well, we have the temp. I still have the temp HP from Vinny, thank God. So
as a note, by the way, I'm rolling d12s for the damage because that's what they are. For each instance of damage it takes, it does a d12 of fire damage.
Oh.
I rolled 3 10s and two 12s.
That's insane.
It is insane
I don't like
how
that.
much that did.
It feels good though, right?
Yes and no. It's bittersweet after last session. To turn around
For
and
sure,
be like,
for sure.
oh yeah, how's this session going to go? Well, it's a short session. They're going to fight a slime, which might do 20 points of damage. It does 54. Anyway. Well, it helps you. Well, actually, no, it's good and bad because, one, your friends have taken 54 points of damage. Good news, however, so is Ellie's corrupted form.
That is true.
So,
Swings and roundabouts.
yeah, swings and roundabouts. Romulus has taken 50 points of 54 points of damage, and Beau is fine. Okay. With that, that's Beau's go. It's now Romulus's go. Romulus, hearing that, is going to rush over and make attacks versus you, Ellie.
Kaiju fight.
Okay.
Kaiju fight. What, Romulus versus Ellie?
It might as well be.
Yeah. He is going to use... He was using the maul, and the magical weapons are suppressed. So yeah, he's just going to make 2 attacks with the maul. He is going to Reckless, and he is going to bonus action Rage, because it's Romulus. And he needs to make sure this thing goes down. All the damage. First one is a 28 to hit. Does that hit?
Yeah.
And followed by a 23 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Okay. So, he's got... Let's see. 2d6, it'll be +7, plus Giant's Might on the first one. He doesn't have advantage on the rolls. He probably should have Great Weapon Mastered. Would an 18 hit you if he Great Weapon Mastered?
Yes.
Let's be honest. He would have Great Weapon Mastered. So, I'll add the extra 10 for this.
Who's gonna fucking kill me?
17. 27 points of damage on that first one. Bludgeoning damage from a non-magical source.
Yeah, no, it doesn't matter. It'll still be full damage.
Yeah.
Right?
Still be full damage,
Cool.
yeah. It's just a matter of it's bludgeoning, piercing, or slashing, so you do retaliation damage.
I do. No, I'm not. I guess I do. I have to play how the creature would be. It would definitely use damage reflection.
Your half damage that you just took back at its source. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Romulus just dealt
Nice.
27 points of damage to you. So you take, you would take 13, and Romulus would take 13.
Okay,
So Romulus takes 13. That's halved again for him. So he takes 6.
Yep. And then he takes from the fawn back thing a 2, 1, and a 1. So he only takes 4.
4. So he takes 2.
Very good.
Should have taken off 10 HP first, but that's okay. I'll just take off the 10 HP now. Because he has a second attack that hit you.
Woo!
Which does
Please deal with him.
34 points of damage. Oh, I know. I need to remove that extra 6 because that would he doesn't have Giant Smite second time. 28 points of bludgeoning damage.
Yeah, that'll take me quite low. 8, 28. So okay, cool. Cool.
That should be 0 now, right? Because you still take the full damage with damage reflection. You just deal the damage back.
Oh, I thought you said it reduced to 13. Okay,
No, that's
okay.
me. Sorry,
Then,
that's
yeah,
me misunderstanding.
I'll be down.
Yeah. So you're down,
and then
but this will be
3
damage
damage
reflection
to carry
again.
to Ellie.
And the thorns and the damage reflection would still be in place. So that's the Palo Thorn.
Okay.
I might need to make those stronger.
No, leave them.
Yeah? You sure?
Yeah, leave them because my party can deal with them in one round.
Yeah, sure.
Romulus can just deal with it. It's good. Leave it.
Yeah, that's right. How much damage does Romulus take?
Okay. 9.
Okay. Just
Look at that.
and half of 9 is 4, so he is down to 90 health. Okay. As the rest of you in this moment begin to hear the sound, individuals moving away and others rushing towards, the sound of gunfire definitely attracting the local city guard, who may have been placed on alert just in case something broke out. As a number of guards otherwise begin rushing towards you in this moment, kind of noting what's going on, looking around, they begin to scatter and move through the various areas. The ones in the trench otherwise kind of duck away and seem to follow another tunnel that they have dug. As you are left in the lurches of the of the city street now very much trying to figure out what your next step is. I'll say, Vinny, is there anything in particular you would like to do, as you're probably going to be the one to orchestrate whatever might happen next?
So, first of all, I'm going to run back out to join the rest of the party as quick as possible and assess the damage.
You don't see Kirv or Carol anywhere, but you did note that they presumably moved with Carol to keep her safe.
Mortar will just point.
Okay. I'm going to look over to Ellie.
I am
Please tell me you can do
looking for
something.
the onyx. What was that, the onyx? Yeah, I just got to get to her. Hang on. I'm gonna try and get past. Move!
Just as this is happening as well, I want to take a quick look around for anyone who is in this area fighting the slime, if they might have any traces of silver left on them.
Looking about, the silver seems to have burnt away, and you can see those who were hit with the silver, it's turning to ash and smoke on their body. Seemingly, the fire itself has burnt away any residue or any seeming nature of anything lingering on them. But go ahead and make me your choice of investigation or perception, depending on what you would like to utilize at this moment.
Perception, I think. I want to keep this quick.
Okay.
Since I know it's a bit of a long shot, and unlikely. That's a 12.
Okay. Looking around, you can't see any obvious glints of silver. There are obviously the glints of steel from your relative companions, but nothing seems to show that the slime has clung to anyone. It doesn't look like it's burrowed. It doesn't look like it's kind of melted onto their skin or fused with it. So as it stands, things seem to be okay.
Well, I mean, I was mostly hoping we could get a sample.
Fair enough. But yeah, no, unfortunately it seems to have burnt away into smoke and ash in this moment. With that in mind, Kirv steps to one side. Ellie, you approach. Just had to
Okay,
quickly go back.
I cast Crystal Lotus and use the onyx for a life rune.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. In this moment, there will be no failing of this happening. As you cast Crystal Lotus in this moment, it begins to bloom in almost this blackish shade reminiscent of the onyx itself, as pieces of it grow up and around Carol in this moment. As it shatters outwards, you're left almost with a moment of tenseness. And Vinny, you hear the shattering from the alleyway itself. And as Ellie and Kirv leave the alleyway, Carol is alive, but looks very exhausted. It seems that the nature of her being overkilled in this moment has exhausted her to a point that she has 3 points of exhaustion. She sees you all in this moment, the guards in the vicinity, as she looks over at you, Vinny. Is it over?
Oh.
Mortar will offer Vinny his cloak to give to Carol.
Okay, I will. Yeah, I will take it, and I will head over. It's over for now. You're safe.
That's good. I don't remember much of what happened. Did I black out, or... I just remember a sudden
Don't worry
pang
about it for now. They're
Okay. But you said we're safe
they're
for now?
gone.
That's good. Should we head home then, or... I feel exhausted, and I think I just want to lie down for a bit.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I'm going to put an arm around her and support her weight.
Mm-hmm.
I'll first of all look over to Ellie.
Mm-hmm.
You were talking to the High Arbiter before, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You need to get in touch with him again. Tell him what we know.
I mean, I can head over there as soon as.
I
don't
can
know.
I can cast sending and tell him to mobilize on those warehouses.
He's going to need locations and stuff. It feels like a lot to be done over ascending.
I can do it.
He needs to know how they pulled this off as well. Who they were, how many they were, the fact they were impersonating the construction workers.
Actually,
Mortar, I'll
that's
just
a
hold
pretty
up a
good
hand
point.
and just say, focus on your mum. Ellie, if you want to come with me and handle this, Kirv, if you also want to get involved, or if you feel you're best suited here, do whatever you want. I'm going to sort this out. And Mortar, I'll start walking away.
I'll come with you. Just hang on a sec. The point of origin of this spell that happened, the mass dispel. Whereabouts was it?
Around there.
Cool. What kind of... Does this look like it's been recently dug up?
No. Looks untouched.
Okay. I'm going to go over and I'm going to get Treladex to help. I'm sorry, City. We will fix this, I promise. It's fine. I'm going to get Treladex to dig down a little bit.
Okay.
See if we
Moving
can
Aura out of the
uncover
way
what's
first,
going on there.
because Aura
No,
can't...
we're going to bury him.
Poor Oro.
He can't move. This
No, he
mass dispel
can't,
made
because-
him unable.
Yeah, his strength went down to 6 because he's not on his belt of Storm Giant strength turned him into the old man that he is.
I like to imagine that Treladex just lifted him up by the scruff of his armor and just like moved him over. Excuse me 1 second.
Oh.
Digs.
A part of me really wanted to move past him and say, "Oh, thanks for your help," but I feel like that's a bit
Ho,
mean.
ho, ho.
throwing shade at a guy who could beat you up if he wasn't affected by mass dispel.
Oh, big man with his big clothes.
So, as you
And-
begin to dig down, it doesn't take you long as you're kind of digging into the ground here, as you kind of hit a loose patch of earth, and as you do, there is a small cavity. It's not big by any means. It seems to be more like a crawl space in terms of its construction. But you note, as that happens, what looks to be a kind of a large, round, metallic disc device with what looks to be prongs on the lower side that has been broken free from where it was attached to the earth you've just dug up.
Okay. This is a device, not a spell.
Correct.
Okay. You know what? I will look this over later. I'm going to see if I can utilize this device. Whether reverse engineer it, fix it, try and work out where the hell it come from. I don't know. Okay, I'm going to do that and then going to catch up with Mortar.
Okay.
And, I mean, obviously my ragtag bunch of miscreants are following me, so...
Kirv, who are you going with?
I think Kirv has still got like a hand on Carol's shoulder and is struggling to take it off. So I think she's going to stick around for now.
Hmm.
I'll say you three heading back to the house then, along with Beau. Meanwhile, Romulus, Ellie, and Mortar are heading on to the High Arbiters. As the three of you, plus Treladex, plus Lotus, otherwise head off, leaving Oro in the center of the road to be handled by guards rolling him out the way. And then,
Treladex just carry him with. Just carry him,
yeah,
return him.
Can
There is-
sorry, do you mind if I just interrupt and say just before they head off, just before Ellie runs to catch up with Mortar, Kirv does sort of quietly say to Ellie, look after him.
I will do. I will do.
okay. With that, you head off. About 9-ish minutes later, the Master Spell wears off, all of your magic items cling to you once again, and the effects begin to take hold. A number of you begin to feel kind of lighter, more rejuvenated, a little bit better and stronger and much more secure. Meanwhile, Oro thrashes and manages to break free of Treladex's maw, and now proceeds to walk alongside you as if nothing happened. Romulus also goes back to his ordinary size. As you make your way to the High Arbiters, the city is in quite a bit of a buzz. There are a number of people moving to and from.
Sorry to interrupt. Mortar's actually got a different destination in mind. He still fully intends to speak with the High Arbiter, but
Okay.
he's going to do so over sending on his way to the point where he thinks that the sniper shot Vinny's mum. He wants to see just how good of a spot that place is.
Okay. Go ahead and make me a perception check.
Okay. Just because he's very much of the opinion Vinny has called the shots, but he would much rather know some of the places that they use. So that is 15 plus my perception, which I think is like plus 10. Let me just double check that. I think it's plus 10 or plus 8. Yeah, plus 10. So 25.
Okay. I am going to roll this against the individual's stealth. So, individual gets advantage on this. This will just be to see if you can locate where they may have. Okay. So, with a plus 15 on their stealth, that is a 31 on their part. You can guess where a sniper nest may have once been, but you have no idea where exactly it may have been. There are plenty of high buildings around here. There are cliff lines. There are ledges that they potentially could have hidden on. There's a lot of good sight lines, and reverse engineering a shot like that in the moment and the panic with the way that Carol fell and the inability to immediately react and figure out where the shot may have come from, it was very cluttered in that moment. Reverse engineering it, as much as you may have had an idea kind of walking in a direction, there are too many locations the individual could have potentially been. There are too many sight lines. There's too much openness to this, surprisingly, given the nature of the city itself. But there's a lot of elevation.
I think then Mortar's mind, as he's kind of walking, he is beginning to, because he has a fair bit of experience with guns, specifically of the arcane variety. And he's beginning to wonder if maybe that particular brand of weapon that was used must have been an insanely high quality to pull off a shot like that. Like very high quality with a very good marksman behind it, but he doesn't like the idea that that kind of weapon is in the hands of people who are actively antagonistic towards us. So I think it's in that moment where he's going to say to Ellie and Romulus and the guys, he'll say, today's been a bit of a day. I'm going to go for a walk, try and clear my head a bit. I'm angry, and I do stupid things when I'm angry, but I just need to walk this off. And I can talk to the High Arbiter with what I found out from Captain Marley. I would
Uh,
like a
you
little bit of
gave
time
us
to myself.
locations, didn't you? Recall
I gave them to
correctly?
Vinny. I gave them to Vinny. So I don't know if Vinny shared them or not.
I believe
I
Vinny
can't
mentioned
recall.
them in the morning, so I believe it probably would have come up.
Okay, so we know the locations because I'm gonna go there so I can show him. Okay, cool. Alright, then well, I mean, be careful. Don't get up to too much mischief.
I won't.
Gives you a cheeky smile. If you need me, just send me a sending.
I think Mortar will also kind of go up to Ellie and go, "You all right? You transformed. It's been a while."
Yeah, I think this is gonna be a problem.
Are you okay?
But well, I don't know until I get back to the room. I believe so. Nothing seems to be different. All my bits are still bits, so I'm going with
Hey,
okay.
when you get back, tell Vinny this wasn't his fault.
I
None
will
of us
do.
could have seen none of us could have seen that shit coming, and I don't know him as well as you guys do, but I feel like I know him well enough to know that he's going to be beating himself up pretty badly. So just
Hmm.
make sure he knows that this wasn't his fault.
I will do. And I'll sort of like look over at the device thing that I've got and that. And hopefully I'm going to return the favour.
I'm going to let Vinny pull the trigger on that particular decision, but in the meantime, I need to go for a walk.
Mm-hmm.
Safe journeys, I'll be in
Okay.
touch. And Morzar will kind of just walk into the crowd and disguise self, shift into a different person, and disappear.
Okay. Romulus obviously goes with you in this moment, Ellie, as you head to the High Arbiter. You hand off the
Mm-hmm.
information as needed. It doesn't take you long to be able to get an audience. Here's what I'm actually going to have happen. Mortar, go ahead and roll me a stealth check with advantage because you have disguised self.
Okie dokie. Sorry, let me just remind myself of what my stealth is. Oh, okay. This isn't with
This wouldn't be with expertise.
this is with
but it-
proficiency, but not expertise.
Yes, correct.
Okay, cool. So that's a +10 with advantage, yeah.
With advantage because of the disguise, yeah.
Okie dokie. Oh hell yeah, that's a 28.
28. Okay, this is going to be hard to beat. Oro is going to attempt to follow you to make sure you don't get into trouble.
Oh man.
That... What did you say yours was? I got 24.
I got 28.
Okay, so you can lose Oro if you want to. I'll say it's not hard to
Yeah.
notice that he's attempting to follow you.
I think Mortar's kind of pissed. He's pissed omnidirectionally, but and kind of he's frustrated in a lot of different ways, and also the fact that this guy kind of rocked up out of nowhere, wasn't any help at all, and is completely reliant on his magical tools. I don't know. It's a completely unjustified frustration, but he still feels it. So he just he dips. He dips on Aura.
Okay, you dip on Oro. As that takes place, Ellie, is there anything in particular that you would like to explicitly mention to the High Arbiter in this moment?
I will convey everything that happened really. I want locations. I will specifically say that apparently they're going to leave her alone if we don't interfere. So, if possible, if he does manage to get them, make it look like more they've stumbled across it rather than we've given the information.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want it being traced back to us if possible.
Yep.
I will go over about the roadworks and how they were utilized. So maybe someone's in a position where they were able to approve these things and they're tied to the Sons of Silver. I will go over all the details in regards to the buildings. So, was there an evacuation prior to this, or were they just empty buildings? If that's the case, then who issued the evacuation? Just bits of information like that. Anything that could tie back to other people that are in positions of power. And yeah, like, good luck, but I think we're taking a back seat because we can't risk Carol.
Okay. He does ask, do you need us to protect Carol?
I will tell him, or I will say, I will send a sending because I don't know what Vinny's plan is in regards to keeping her safe.
Okay.
So I'll say I'll send a sending, but maybe keep some guards in a reasonable proximity until we've made a decision.
Okay. He kind of notes that, nods, kind of breathes out at the frustration of it all to a degree, before kind of making notes on the situation as it stands, just kind of planning out whatever comes next with all of this. As he goes through the details a bit more regarding all of this, he does seem to come a little distant at a specific point. Not necessarily so that it's concerning, but it's very much one of those that he seems to be taking in this as this is a failure on his part. This is a failure that the plan didn't go well, that someone did die on his watch, and he's taking the matter very seriously. As that kind of does linger on him in that moment, you are noting a bit of he's being strict with himself. Not necessarily not mean to himself by any means, but very much being careful with how he approaches this. As you
I will let him know that they do have resources at their disposal. I'll gesture to the device that we dug up. It's like, this was a masked spell. This is something of like crazy levels of power, and they were willing to utilize this to kill, for all intents and purposes, an old lady. But be careful with these people.
He nods, taking that in, almost absorbing that information, just quietly nodding. Alright. Okay. As he has a think about it, he stands up, kind of bows almost apologetically to you and to Romulus, before going over to one of the cabinets nearby and kind of plucks out from the interior what looks to be a gemstone of some form. Potentially a showpiece as opposed to actually having function, but he does hand it to you.
Okay.
He hands you a 500 GP diamond to otherwise compensate you for the use of your material in this manner. It's not enough to like fully reimburse you, but it is a gesture enough of sorry that this had to happen.
Yeah, no, that's cool. I mean, that's fine because it means I can save someone if they could die again. Or die.
Yeah. He also, in this moment, just kind of lets you know that he will have to the item will still have to be returned. The one that you borrowed.
That Vinny's got at the moment.
Yeah, the one that Vinny's got at the moment. But he says just leave it. Just leave it at home, and someone will come to collect it.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Okay. Then, if that's everything, I don't think there's anything else. Does anyone have anything they wanted me to say? Because I can't remember. It's been a hot minute.
Um, so you told him about the safe houses. You
He knows safe
Given the
houses. He knows the
rundown.
warehouse. He knows what they had. He knows the extent of the materials they were willing to use to try and eliminate your mum. I've told him like about the property, so the fact that they utilized the construction, which means that it could be someone in the construction section that approved of this, knowing full well what was going on. The fact that the buildings in the local area were evacuated, from what we can tell, which means someone had to issue that order, or then buildings were just empty. So that was something to also investigate into.
He he kind of notes all this down, makes the kind of the necessary paperwork, and just kind of jots everything down that he might need to for this.
Chris,
Yes.
guns in this setting, do they work the same as normal ones?
Yes, with a few slight adjustings, which is that certain races learn to use it in slightly different manners and fashions. So, for example, the ones that Beau uses are gunpowder. The ones that the Dwarven
Mhm.
Kingdoms uses are Promethean powder, which is slightly more volatile, but it packs more of a punch. And then arcane rifles are something that's specific to the unending ocean or the astral sea.
Mhm.
So you don't have to worry about those. It's just those two are the main two: gunpowder and Promethean powder weaponry.
Okay, so we can be reasonably confident that it was a regular sniper rifle that was used for.
Quite possibly. The main thing to know is that firearms aren't common by any account. The fact that you saw, like, Mortar has a special one that he uses. Beau carries ordinary ones, but they seem to have been specifically curated by him. You haven't really seen firearms in a lot of use. There have been some within some of the cities. Oh, you saw a few in. Now I'm forgetting the name of the city. The one where you fought Trustin. Braylin.
Zakers?
Brilliant, yeah.
Braylin is where you saw some. You also saw some in Zakers
yeah.
as well. They're becoming a bit more widespread, but they still aren't common. It's one of those that the military has invested interest, but if an adventurer has one, that's weird. So someone with an invested interest is arming these individuals with firearms, because to have 12 firearms at their disposal, or 12 plus, or 12-ish with a few casters mixed in, is a lot. Not to mention there may have been more within the city that you didn't know about or didn't encounter.
Okay, but if they function more or less the same as regular firearms, does that mean they leave bullet casings behind?
Yes.
Okay. So that's a lead that they can potentially follow up on as well, because the ones that were firing and then immediately had to flee definitely wouldn't have had time to pick those up.
Correct.
Okay, if they're rare, there's got to be a limit to how many people could be supplying those.
You and I are on the same thought track there. It's part of the reason I peeled off.
Yeah. Given their distance from the conflict, the sniper probably had a bit more time to tidy up after themselves, but the
Like
rank and
professionals
file
as well,
guys
so.
wouldn't have had that opportunity. Especially the two that Vinny burst through the window at.
Yes, very true. One of them had a rifle, one was a caster. So there would still be evidence there, by all means.
Okay. Right. I'm probably going to want to circle back to them once they've had a chance to investigate. Then, but for now, I can't think of anything else.
Okay. So after I've handed off all that information, I will head back to the remainder of the party.
Okay. Head back to
Me
the
and my
remainder of
friends.
the party. Okay. So, Vinny, you
So
otherwise
me,
Vinny and Kirv.
sorry,
That's
sure.
Oh, you're right. Vinny and Kirv, you're otherwise walking Carol back as you reach Carol's home. She's very welcome to see it. Otherwise, walk inside, and she just kind of sits down on the sofa, grabs a blanket from nearby, and just kind of begins to nod off to sleep. She does offer to make you a hot drink and such, but falls asleep before really any of that resolves.
I would like to look over at Vinny and see how he seems to be doing.
I think Vinny has been holding things together until now, but once his mum is asleep and not aware, he deflates a bit.
Kirv walks towards him. That could have gone better.
I suppose in the grand scheme of things, it could have gone worse.
Well, you always need an optimist in a time like this.
I might have to be someone else for a little while.
Let's give Ellie that job.
All right, we're not giving up, but we're going to have to change strategies, I think. There can't be very many people who could have pulled something like this off.
I agree. Feels a bit like we're up against overwhelming odds, but hey, when aren't we?
Yes, that's true.
And at the end of the day, we're all still alive. That's a win in my book.
The lengths they were able to go to do this. Do you think someone who would be willing to do that would be willing to go all the way to hell?
I don't think we should rule anything out.
Okay.
What are you thinking?
This whole thing was a threat to try and get us to stop acting against them. If it didn't
Let's
work
play
the
it
first
that way.
time, they might try again. Go after someone else. It's not going to be enough just to get Mum out of danger and then go back to causing trouble loudly. Not if there are going to be other people they can go after.
Are you thinking of my folks?
I know things aren't always sunshine and rainbows between you all, but you clearly care about them. And I think they care about you in their own way.
Kirv practically gulps in nervousness.
Whoever this sniper is, they've got at least one powerful weapon in that gun. I suspect they're probably the one who set up that trap as well. But I can't prove it. They're dangerous and motivated, so I don't want them seeing us again until we're standing behind them with a knife at their throat.
Then we just got to pick our moment.
Agreed. We'll need to get information without them figuring out that's what we're doing. Well, I want to get Mum somewhere properly safe. I don't think Mortar has any family left. Ellie's are a little out of reach, even for these people. If they go after some of Romulus's family, I think they'd more likely than not be doing him a favor.
So we're a little out of options. Safe places. Ellie might have something up her sleeve. She usually does.
If not, I might ask if her granddad can look after her.
He's starting you pack a punch. I just wish I could offer something here.
Well, that's kind of where I'm at with it as well. But thank you, Kirv.
For what?
Nothing. Never mind. When Mum wakes
She
up, I'll
sort
need
of
to
like-
talk to her.
Kirv
Sorry,
lightly
go on.
nods. Yeah, I don't envy that conversation. But she's a fierce one.
She is.
Mums tend to be.
Maybe if we talked properly when we first got here, we might have had a better plan to begin with.
We can get hung up on the maybes.
True enough.
We can focus on the future. Do you think your mum stores any alcohol? Drugs?
It's a early, but you can have a look. I'm sure she won't mind.
I mean, to be honest, I was thinking more for your sake, but the stuff here is a little weak for my taste.
Heroines for pussies.
Shut up.
And you got Beau with you. He's got an endless supply of alcohol.
That's true.
That is true.
Beau has an endless supply of
It is true.
alcohol, plus Carvern is also there. And in this moment does kind of look to you and just kind of says, we couldn't have known everything that they'd do. We did what we could. And I think there's taking solace in that for some reason we were able to get away with it the way we did. I've been talking to Beau, and I think consider this as a possible option. And she kind of turns to Beau, who just kind of nods his head. I've been thinking that I could stay here, keep Carol safe and company. As good as it is going with all of you, I'm better at fighting demons than whatever it is you're getting into. But I do still owe you, and, well, let me know when you go to the pit. I'll join you then, but until then, I'll stay here. If you go to the pit, that is.
Seems inevitable. You've
Something-
been of great help. Thank you.
It's alright. If you're planning
Yeah.
on sending your mum to Ellie's grandfather, then I'm not going to be much help there. But
I have to investigate if that's even possible. But even if it's only temporary, I'd trust you a hell of a lot more than any guard.
I'll be happy to. And if you need my help, you know where to find me, with that being the case.
Need to make sure we have a way for you to get in touch with us. If anything happens on your end.
I'm sure you'll find a way. I mean, you said there was something about WizardCon coming up. Is there like a device or something that allows me to contact you? Romulus keeps talking into that weird stone every night to his boyfriend.
Kirv lets out a genuine giggle.
They're one of those that won't connect to Romulus's boyfriend.
Third wheel.
I'm sure we can pick something up.
The miracles of the material realm do seem endless.
Mm,
I wouldn't go that far. He pops a cigarette in his mouth.
Yeah.
Passes
we
it
hunt
to
hard
Kirv.
enough. I'm sure we'll find a vendor that doesn't only sell to royalty.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a point. Does Beau actually know who Romulus's boyfriend is?
Nope.
He just hears the dirty talk.
Yeah, that's all he hears. With that in mind, Mortar, you've wandered off, and you said you might have some investigation stuff to do.
Well, I have some ideas, because this is, Mortar's not against underhanded tactics when it comes down to any confrontation, but this was a line, and he feels for the first time in a long time that his anger for this is incredibly justified, and I think the look on Carol's face as what happened, the sound of the gun going off, the moment of slow motion where everything almost struggled to resolve before we picked up the pieces and saw what reality had painted in front of us. I think Mortar's going, okay, let's get a bit unorthodox, shall we? Mortar's going to cast Sending.
Okay.
And he's going to begin by casting Sending to Damien.
Ooh.
Where's New Jamie? He's give him a call.
Oh.
Yeah.
As Mortar's walking, I think his heart's not in it, but he forces himself into more of an upbeat tone. Damien, oh buddy, how you been? Serious note, need your help. Vinny's mum got shot by group Sons of Silver. Can you do some digging, please?
Unfortunately, the please is the 26th word, but...
Oh, okay, sorry, I
That's
miscounted
alright.
then.
No, that's alright.
It all works out.
At least it's the please and not the digging.
That's true. Please, can you do some? And he's just there like, what is he asking
What does he
of
want
me?
me to do?
He's so cryptic.
His response is, I'll get the shovel.
Huh.
Contact a mortician, I suppose. I'm doing good. I hope it resolved well enough. What do you need me to find out? Specifically.
Mortar cast Sending again. Quick question: was Damien with us when we fought the Herald of Husk? I'm pretty sure he wasn't.
Damien wasn't with you at
No.
that point. He was with you when you were attacked by the assassins, though.
Those assassins that used...
That were the civilians.
Yeah, civilians in... what was the name of the town?
Yeah, that's his name. Nimbero.
It wasn't...
And he is
In where,
stationed in
sorry?
Ovok Grow, which is a day's travel away from it.
Okay. So, hold on. Those assassins who attacked us in that town were the ones responsible for Vinny's mum being assassinated. We need help.
There is a reply shortly afterwards. I'll get what information I can. Most of this is religious records, though. I'll see what I can dredge up. There's history here too. Good luck.
Mortar will cut the line. I think then his mind, very similar to what Vinny was saying, his mind is very much on the gun. And he's just had a very scary thought of... He knows weapons, he specifically guns. He knows guns very well. And I think his mind is going from, what if this isn't just an arcane firearm? What if this is the armament of another emissary? So he's going to find a quiet corner, somewhere he's going to try and find the most isolated, darkest place that he can find to try and emulate the void that was that he saw when he had died. The void that was where that dragon was in Zakers.
Yep.
Trying to emulate that presence, he's going to try and find just a place that is detached. He's going to almost try and sensory deprive himself, and he's going to close his eyes just in a moment of, like, with everything going on, the turmoil, the turbulence, the conflicting emotions of frustration, urgency, anger, sadness, sorrow. They're all just colliding, and Mortar just forces them down and just reaches out into the void. And he's going to just whisper, I need help. And I know that even in this empty space, there is something here that can help me. Please answer this request from your emissary, and he is going to cast Summon Aberration.
Okay.
Mm.
It takes a moment as you say this kind of to the void. There's almost this natural peace that almost falls upon the place. It's quiet, silent, only the faint kind of whispers of air as they rush by. You found a very nice place to be isolated. And it's at that moment you hear the sound of almost bricks cracking, the sound of glass shattering, and in that moment you watch as the wall opposite you, where you currently sit, just kind of in this darkened alley, away from all of this in a very quiet section of town, the wall splits open, and you see beyond it a hand reach out and grab the side of the wall. These kind of 3 long fingers reach out, grab the side, and pull it through as a very tall, slightly floating figure, draped in these heavy cloths with these almost this massive ornamental piece atop their head, covering eyes save for their mouth, which you can see is skinless, flayed in that moment, just kind of this broad grin. For visual representations, imagine the mouth of Sauron from Lord of the Rings. As it floats out, its kind of hands before it in this moment, it almost looks down at you appraisingly.
Mortar will bow his head.
Nods its head back in this moment, and you hear a voice kind of heavy within your mind, speaking in multiple kind of voices at the same time, a telepathic deep speech, if you will, as it speaks into your mind. You bring us here for help. What is it you need and desire?
I require guidance. I require the aid of the Void Walkers.
In what way do you need to be made stronger?
Yes and no. I require retribution. Can you help me?
I can. And in that moment, there's a shiver that runs over you. And as you feel this presence, it looks up and you hear almost this subtle screeching sound, as if glass is being dragged across glass in this moment. And you know that something has happened. You can't quite tell what, until you watch as from the sky nearby, a single shell casing lands in the hand of this aberration, as it hands it down to you in this moment.
Mortar will take it, and he's going to He feels that he feels like a pit is opening in his stomach that is just sinking. He's going to turn the bullet casing over to see if he recognizes any insignia or inscription on the casing as to where it may have originated or who its creator may have been.
You recognize this creator well. You shipped their goods for many years as a child. This bullet casing was made in the Plains of Desolation by your family.
Cool.
Mortar will look up at this aberration, his new guide. Will you teach me the ways of truly being an emissary, so that I can right the wrongs that have been done to my friends through this, and hold up the bullet casing? I will do whatever you ask.
You see as it takes the bullet casing, and in this moment it smushes it between two of its fingers, as almost melting the metal into almost a goo or putty in this moment. And as it stretches it back out, you watch as the metal begins to form into a very familiar sign. And when I say sign, I mean a literal sign in this moment. As I click the name of it, you recognize the bar sign for the Crest Watcher. Linger on their pain and learn from it. Your friends will probably leave within the day. Learn while you can. And in that moment, there's almost, not necessarily a passing of time, but almost like you're pulled to a location and you find yourself sat in the underground fighting arena of the Crest Watcher. The form standing next to you, seemingly watching what is going on, but nobody seems to notice that they're there. But you can see that you have a tankard next to you, some coins that have been placed on the table, and you can see that your name is on the fighting list for individuals to begin sparring in the early morning. You can see
What name is written on there?
You can see that the name... Hold on, double check this. You can see that the name on the fighting seems to be Prodoc versus you.
Mortar
Prodoc being
will...
the Minotaur who runs the bar above. Seems that during his spare time he comes down here to train.
Mortar will walk over to the sign where his name is. He'll rub his name out and very scruffily write tin can
Okay.
before removing his leather armor, placing it on the table, placing Black Scorpion on the table, and going to the bookie and saying, how much for a fight on the ticket? Trying to get a little bit of coin in from this as well.
The bookie smiles. Can't say you learn a lot fighting Prodoc, but whatever it will be, sure you'll be fine. And does so. Although there aren't many patrons around to bet this early on, a training session is a training session, and it seems that the champion of this particular underground fighting arena is currently present, although she is asleep in her chair at the moment, or throne, I guess you could say.
Mortar will kind of grin, kind of seeing her there and go, let's shake the house. And he'll crack his knuckles, reinvigorated and with a direction now.
Okay. With that, as in this moment you've all, I'd say at this point you've probably all gathered back at the at Carol's, save Mortar at this time. Several hours have passed. It's getting closer to the afternoon or the late evening at this point, and Mortar still hasn't returned. But strangely enough, none of you seem to want to go and find him. You know that there is something that Mortar is currently doing. He said it might be stupid, and you send out your familiars to go searching for him, and it's not too long before he does return, battered and bruised, but seemingly with a spring in his step. Something that's new. Something that has changed his attitude. Carol still rests, and your plans for the future remain to be spoken. But I think that's a good stopping point for us to end our session tonight. But before we go, we'll turn our ire to a few hours prior, when something happened, not far enough away from them, but close to somewhere relatively dear to them. In the forests nearby to Zakers, on the old trading road, an individual, a short-horned Minotaur clad in heavy armor, runs and flees from Rel. Followed in hot pursuit behind her are what look to be 3 individuals clad in the silver robes, casting various spells, seemingly have found her from the previous day where she escaped the castle itself. As they fight and attack, they manage to capture her in this moment and seem to be preparing to kill her before the sound of an individual charging them. A small group of individuals, in fact, ones you don't know or recognize. An unmarked faction, as it stands, move toward these attackers. Defeating the Sons of Silver in this moment, a conversation is started and sparked, and the mention of Romulus's name and how she needs to find him. The group in question otherwise smile and nod, and they mention that they've seen such an individual before, and they believe they know where to find him next. You get a better look at these individuals, seeing closer who they might just be. And in this moment you see what looks to be not individuals clad in armor, but individuals in robes. What look to be students taking a alternative path from Zakers, from the magic school there, to WizardCon. 7 days from now, on the last day of WizardCon, Romulus may just meet his sister once again. And that is where we will end the session tonight. So to everyone watching,
Good shit.
thank you for watching, hopefully you enjoyed, and we will see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.